Hey, Pastor Dan here, coming to you live from outside today. Had to enjoy some of this snow and scenery of nature. Uh, just had to get out here. So it was good to have everybody tuning in on Sunday for the sermon on Sunday, and got a lot of good feedback on that. I know it's still not the ideal scenario, but we're doing the best with what we got, and it seems to be going pretty well. Love to see your comments on that. Or send me a text or an email or Nick. You know, it's encouraging to us to hear that God's working and moving in you guys. So we love to hear that. Hey, I want to tell you a little story today that happened just yesterday. Yesterday it was a little bit nicer out, and so the boys and I decided to go for a walk. And we went for a walk. We went for a hike out into the woods. And we were just kind of exploring some different areas that we really hadn't walked in before, and doing a little hiking through the woods, not too far from our house. And as we were walking along, we're just enjoying. There's a little path. It's not a high trafficked area. It's not really an area people are meant to be back there, but we could tell there was a path. And so we were seeing some little signs of, there'd obviously been other people back there in these woods. And as we were coming down a hill, we started to see some color on the ground, and it looked like kind of a little bit of a mess. There was some trash strewn around, and there was some bags and things, and then it looked like maybe even like a sleeping bag and possibly a person there, and that kind of honestly kind of freaked us out a little bit. So we were kind of coming up on that slowly, not wanting to surprise somebody, not wanting to cause a problem, a little nervous. Who are we going to find? Was that person going to be okay? Would they be hostile? And then as we got a little closer, there was nobody there, but it still kind of set us all a little bit on edge. And so we were kind of surveying the area and looking like, is somebody lurking out here? Are we going to find somebody? Is there going to be a problem? What's going on? And it was kind of a little nerve-wracking, to be honest, that we were out there seeing this. And it made me think about a little bit what we're going through, because when I got back home later that day and I was watching some other stuff and thinking about things, I got convicted. I got convicted that we had gone out into the woods and potentially saw this person as a threat or a problem, or at least a potential problem. And my perspective on the whole thing started to shift a little bit. And I know I've shared this in sermons before, the idea that when your perspective changes, nothing changes, but everything changes. And that's what I kind of experienced after I started thinking back to that. I started thinking, this homeless person, is that somebody we should be scared of or somebody we should be serving? I was like, probably should be serving that homeless person, not scared of them. I mean, there's 3 of us, potentially one of them, so maybe it's an opportunity to serve. And as I started thinking about that and putting it in perspective of this whole crisis thing that we're dealing with, our people, are they our competition, or are they an opportunity for compassion? Sometimes I think when we're in the aisle of the store, that person's competition for that last can of, baked beans. But are we looking at things wrong? Are they supposed to be an opportunity for compassion? And then, is this virus, is this COVID-19 thing, is this really something to be afraid of? Or is this an opportunity to see God show up in really big ways? I think it might be an opportunity. I have my cousin Chris that he used to come to New Hope a few years back. He lives in Florida now. But one of the things he used to get excited about is the thought that Christ was going to return, and that in that things were going to get real chaotic and real crazy in the world. And he would get all excited about how crazy it was going to get. And I was, he was single and no kids, and I have 4 kids and trying to figure out how to take care of those 4 kids. And so I would get kind of bothered by that. And he would always say, when things get really crazy, that's a really big opportunity for us to see God show up in big ways. When your perspective changes, everything changes and nothing changes. So as you think about what's going on in our world, and there's probably plenty of reasons to get stressed out about it, maybe we need to change our perspective just a little bit. And I think when our perspective changes, then how we look at this situation can change. That there's an opportunity for God to show up big there, and our perspective of people change, that they're not competition, they're an opportunity to show compassion, and everything changes. It becomes crazy cool. So hopefully this post, I'm seeing some comments here that people can't hear me. Hopefully when I finish and post it online, I'll double check. If not, I'll be back on live in about 10 minutes doing this again. So, hey, God bless, and we'll see you again soon.